my name is Melissa van Dijk, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can use Geek Gorgeous Calm Down 4% PHA plus BHA Liquid, which is a leave-on exfoliating acid toner. So once you have applied it to the skin, you're going to leave it on the skin. There's no need to wash it off. And it is suitable for all skin types, even if you have sensitive skin. This is a very gentle combination that can also be used on sensitive skin. Now, PHA has some exfoliation, moisturizing and anti-aging properties, whereas BHA has some anti-inflammatory properties, can help you to unclog the pores and exfoliate the skin as well. So overall, it's very gentle, and you can theoretically use it immediately, daily, in the morning and or evening. However, when being new to it and you want to start off slowly to see how your skin is going to tolerate it, it is fine to just use it once per day, every other day. Do this for a few weeks, and then if you like to and you can increase it up to daily, using it once per day, and then even you can move up to using it twice per day daily, if that's fine for your skin. So it's a very gentle exfoliating acid that you can use really often throughout the day as well as throughout the week. And so when including it in your skincare routine, you can keep it very simple. Cleanse your face, use the exfoliant sunscreen during daytime or moisturizer in the evening, and that's basically it. But you can also use it along with other skincare products. And this is where often the confusion starts. What should you use at first? What comes afterwards? And again, as you already know, I like to prepare my PowerPoint slides so that you have an example morning as well as evening skincare routine, so that you have an idea of what a skincare routine can look like. See the order of application, see a general guide of how much you need to use of each product. Of course, you can always adjust it, and you can even download the PowerPoint slides in the description box down below and edit it and make basically your own morning as well as evening skincare routine when including this exfoliating acid toner, so that you have a general guide in mind. And this can be extremely helpful when not only seeing it visually, but when you can also work with the PowerPoint slides themselves. And so you can read through everything in your own time when downloading it in the description box down below, but I'm now going to share with you them on screen as well, and I want to go over it step by step. So for a morning skincare routine, if you want to include your exfoliating acid toner in the morning, it can look like this. You're going to get started with washing your face. This can be just with lukewarm water, that's completely fine. However, depending on the products that you have used the night before, if you still have some residue left when waking up, or you may have an oilier skin type and you have like a lot of oil production, and you may have sweat a lot throughout the night, I recommend washing your face with a gentle cleanser that's suitable for your skin type to make sure that everything comes properly off. Like, wash your face, rinse it off, pat the skin dry. Then you can immediately move on to the leave-on exfoliating acid toner, apply to the skin, leave it on the skin. And then basically the next steps until you reach your sunscreen are optional steps. So if you want to include an hydrating and soothing toner, you can. You don't have to. It may not be needed with this exfoliant since it does have some moisturizing benefits, but if you like to, you can use it before or after your exfoliating acid, because the texture usually of toners are very similar, so therefore you can use one at first and then the other one, or vice versa. Apply it to the skin, leave it on the skin. And then you can move on to any specific treatments. You do not have to include them again, but you can. And I want to give you an example. So if you have dehydrated skin, you want to look into something hydrating. First of all, the exfoliating acid, hydrating and soothing toner can already be enough. However, you may want to look into an hydrating serum. An example would be hyaluronic acid, and go ahead and add that one to your skincare routine. If you're battling with surface hyperpigmentation, look into brightening ingredients such as vitamin C or even niacinamide. It's just some examples to mention so that you can adjust your skincare routine accordingly to your needs. Apply your treatment to the skin, leave it on the skin. And then you follow with sun protection. Either use a moisturizer that already contains SPF so that you have the 2-in-1 depending on your skin type, or immediately move on to a regular sunscreen. Make sure that it feels comfortable on the skin, it should not irritate your skin in any way, and apply it evenly all over. Now, sunscreen during daytime is important if you want to prevent premature aging or getting a sunburn in general, or overall sun damaged skin. And if you're especially battling already with surface hyperpigmentation, you do not want to make it even darker, therefore work with sun protection. If you want to see a specific infographic about sunscreen tips as well as overall general information, you can find it in the description box down below. So once you've applied your sunscreen, then this can already be it. You can move on to makeup if you like to, but that's it for the morning skincare routine. However, if you now say, well, I do want to include it in my evening skincare routine as well, or I just want to use the exfoliant in my evening skincare routine, then it can look like this. You're going to get started with washing your face. Again, depending on your sunscreen and or makeup, if you can easily remove it with your daily gentle cleanser, that one is already enough. However, if your sunscreen and or makeup is a bit more water resistant and a bit more stubborn to remove, maybe you're dealing with waterproof makeup or have like a physical sunscreen, then you may want to do a double cleanse using micellar water at first, or even an oil or balm cleanser at first, and then follow on with your daily gentle cleanser. Wash your face, rinse it off, pat the skin dry. And then you can immediately move on to your exfoliant, your hydrating and soothing toner, or do it vice versa, your treatment, and then at the end your moisturizer. Once you have applied your moisturizer, you're going to leave it on the skin. There's no need to wash it off. All the steps that you can see where it says optional in brackets, you do not have to include them, but you can, so that you have an idea of what can be added to a routine as well as what you may not need depending on your overall skin concerns. Now, the overall example routine that I just have presented to you can work for all skin types. Keep in mind to always adjust your cleanser accordingly to your skin type. Same would apply to your sunscreen or moisturizer with SPF, depending on what you're using, as well as your moisturizer in the evening. Do you want to include it? Do you feel the need of using one at all? And if so, make sure it feels good on the skin depending on your overall skin type. So you really can adjust the routine accordingly, but those are just some examples. Now, since this is a very gentle leave-on exfoliating acid toner, there aren't really any major conflicts based on what I usually would consider would be conflicts, where the combination can be quite irritating. However, since this exfoliant can also be used on sensitive skin, you want to make sure that you're not going to irritate your sensitive skin with certain combinations. Therefore, I still want to emphasize it, even though for some people this can work well, the certain combinations, but if you have already more of a sensitive skin, you still want to keep an eye on those specific combinations. This would be, please do not use it in the same routine with your retinoid, such as adapalene or tretinoin, or even your retinol or retinal. Please keep them separate. But still, if you have sensitive skin, you're probably not going to work with some of them. Maybe if it has a very gentle and low percentage, it can be tolerable. But if you're going high up in strength, it still can irritate sensitive skin already on its own. But again, if that would be an example for you, keep them separate. Use exfoliant in the morning, your retinol or retinoid in the evening. The same would apply with strong vitamin C if it contains more than 15% of ascorbic acid. Still, if you have sensitive skin, you are likely not going to use such products, as it can really sting or burn off sensitive skin due to ascorbic acid. But if you find a formulation that works well for you, you do not want to increase the risk of experiencing irritation, therefore keep it separate. And then the other one would be other exfoliating acids. So if you have sensitive skin, you probably want to stick to the gentlest one. If you're looking into Geek and Gorgeous, then this would be Calm Down, to give you an idea. However, again, if you may want to use once or twice per week something stronger, then please do not use it in the same routine. Keep them separate, so that you have like an overall general idea of what may increase the risk of experiencing stinging or burning on the skin. If you want to see more details about the ordinary products, since there are certain conflicts as well, you will find it in the description box down below. And so those would be like the major points that I want to emphasize when working with it, since it still can be used on sensitive skin. But now I want to keep my focus on the entire application. Now I'm going to keep the routine very simple. I want to keep my focus on the exfoliant. So we are working with the cleanser, the exfoliant, and then moisturizer. All the other ones are additional steps, and sunscreen is during daytime. So we are going to get started with the first step, which is washing your face using a suitable and gentle cleanser for your skin type. In this one, I'm going to use Geek and Gorgeous Jelly Joker Cleanser. It's a very all skin type friendly cleanser. It can be used also even if you have sensitive skin. So this is just one example. If you're working with a different one, that's fine, replace it. Just make sure to read on the back of the packaging on how you can properly use your cleanser, since the directions can change. You can either wash your face above the sink or take take the cleanser with you in the shower, that's completely fine and it's very convenient. Just make sure that you can properly wash it off again. That's really important to keep in mind. So with this cleanser, I need to apply it on wet skin. So I'm going to get started with now wetting my face, neck and hands with lukewarm water to warm water. And then I'm going to use the cleanser on wet skin. So let's go ahead and do this. Use about a coin-size amount, about 1 to 2 pumps on the palm of your hand. Rub your hands together and then gently massage it all over your face and neck for about 30 seconds to a minute. Please do not get it into your eyes nor into your mouth. So and once you have massaged the cleanser all over your face and neck, you now can go ahead and again rinse it off with lukewarm water to warm water by either just using your hands or use a soft and fresh washcloth in between, which you can wet, and this can help you to remove the cleanser a bit better to make sure that there's no residue left. So now go ahead and take a fresh towel and pat the skin dry. So, and once you're done with the cleansing step, you can immediately move on to the next step. There's no need to wait in between. Again, remember, if you want to include your exfoliant as well as hydrating and soothing toner in one routine, you can use at first your exfoliant and then your toner. This would be the benefit that other products can penetrate better into the skin. Or do it the other way around, use your toner at first and then use your exfoliant afterwards. Then your hydrating and soothing toner works like a buffer so that the exfoliant isn't as harsh on the skin. So either way is fine. Go ahead and adjust the order of application in this specific case depending on your overall needs. But I'm just going to keep the main focus on the exfoliant, and in this case the way you would use the exfoliant based on the application is the same as if you would apply your hydrating and soothing toner. So before you're going to apply to the skin, give it a good shake. Now you can either apply your hydrating and soothing toner and or exfoliant with your hands, and if that's the case, dispense about 10 drops on the palm of your hand, rub your hands together and then gently blend it all over. Or you can apply them with basically a cotton pad, and when applying it with a cotton pad, use about a coin size amount more or less. So please do not soak up the entire cotton pad with product. Use about a coin size amount so that you're not going to end up with too much product. So about that much more or less, so that you have enough product to gently swipe it across your face. When doing the application with exfoliant as well as your toner, do not use it on top of your eyelids. Please do not get it into your eyes nor into your mouth. If that's the case, rinse it with water. And then gently blend it all over your face as well as neck. So, and once you have applied it to the skin, you're going to leave it on the skin. There's no need to wash it off. And now, if you like to, you can move on to your hydrating and soothing toner, or you have done it the other way around, apply it to the skin, leave it on the skin. And then if you like to, continue with a specific treatment accordingly to your skin concerns. Again, you do not have to include it, but you can. Once you have applied your serum or overall treatment in general, maybe a gel or lotion, you're going to leave it on the skin. There's no need to wash it off. And then you can continue either immediately with your sunscreen during daytime if it's going to be in your morning skincare routine. Then go ahead, apply your sunscreen. If you want to see a specific guide, I have it for you in the top right corner. When it comes to a moisturizer, which you can use in the evening, if you feel the need of using one, then go ahead and do so. Just make sure that you're choosing a moisturizer, again, that feels great on the skin and it works well for your overall skin type. I have two examples right here. I have NIOD's Hydration Vaccine, which is great for all skin types, but it's extremely well on combination to oily skin as it isn't as heavy or greasy on the skin. And on the other hand, we have Paula's Choice Omega Plus Complex Moisturizer, which is great for normal to dry skin. So those are just two examples. If you have a different one, replace it, that's completely fine. Use about a bean size amount for your face and neck so that you can evenly and thinly apply it all over. So about that much, more or less, it can be adjusted. Just make sure that you can evenly blend it all over. Use it on your fingertips, rub your fingertips together, and then gently apply it. Again, please make sure to not get it into your eyes nor into your mouth. If that's the case, rinse it with water. So, and once you're done with the application, you're going to leave it on the skin. There's no need to wash it off. And this would be an example of an evening skincare routine. And again, during daytime, please don't forget sun protection. And this would be the example that I wanted to share with you on how you can properly use Geek Gorgeous Calm Down Liquid Exfoliant. I do hope that you enjoyed it and that you find it helpful. If you did so, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up as well as share it. And if you now want to know more about skincare and how you can properly apply them, I have several videos for you on my YouTube channel, and I'm going to leave some of them at the end of this video so that you can keep on watching. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon in the next one. Happy skincaring. Bye!